Hey, Jonathan from Buffalo Modular, and we are here in Highland, New York, where we're going to be building a chalet here in the next few months. It sits about 1,380 square feet. There's going to be a walkout basement, nice big front porch, and a garage off to the side. And as you can see, there's no house here right now, but I wanted to show you a few things on this site. So let's take a look together. So as you can see here, it's hard to see on this, but I'll try to walk around so you can see a little bit better. They've started to pin out where the house is going to be. So this is the edge of the garage here. So the garage is going to come in here. I painted on the grass and stuff. I got the edge of this. So here's the edge of the house right here. Okay, so the house starts here. Flag over there, flag over there, flag over there. Those are the corners of the house. And so the owner did this themselves. It's a lady who's going to be building next door to her kids, which is great. So they got this beautiful property here, and they're going to be building the chalet here. So you'll walk into the house this way. Okay, so you got the woods off behind you here, right? And then they got this nice pond over here. So we kind of focused on this for the floor plan, where as you're in the house, we're standing in the kitchen here, and you got the sink that, or excuse me, the window over the sink that overlooks the pond. And then there's also some windows over here in the living room space that overlook the pond, and then obviously some windows over here as well along the backside into the bedrooms. And then this way you go up into the loft space. There's actually no windows along that side of the house at all, which is kind of intentional, because that's kind of the privacy barrier, if you will. And also there's going to be garage there anyway, right? So it doesn't really make sense to put any windows over there. But the other thing that I wanted to point out to you on this particular property is that there is wetlands on this property. We get this question a lot. Can you build on a property with wetlands? Short answer is yes. There's a much longer answer for sure. But they've already started to work with the DEC on this and get some clarity on things. So they have to stay 100 feet away from the wetlands. You can see, just barely, you can see a flag in the woods there and that. But here's the 100-foot mark away from the wetlands. There's another one there and then there, right? So you can see if the house is going over here, they got a pretty good distance between them and that. So they should be in the clear. And so there'll be so much in the clear, it looks like that they won't even need to necessarily file for that permit, where they need to come out and do a further inspection on this. So it should be in really, really good shape. They're going to put the well over here, and then I believe the septic was over here as well. So they got this all mapped out. The owners kind of mapped this out to just get an understanding, get their bearings around how this is going to play out on here. And so this is something that is certainly something you'll want to do if you have a unique building site, that you want to kind of map it out and understand how this is going to kind of work itself out. Hey, thanks for watching. Hope this is helpful to you as you're considering your building project. Just know that this is something that we have been working through with the owner for the past several months. We're completed with the design phase of the build at this point, and just about to order the blueprints, just so you know perspective-wise where they're at with the project. And then the house is going to be built a few months thereafter. They're going to get their order in for the house, and it'll be built a few months after that. So it's a pretty quick process for sure. But as you can see from this particular building site, there's a lot of things to consider here, and nothing that was obviously barring them from building, but things that they're going to want to consider specifically related to the position of the house on the property, how it relates to the wetlands on the property, how it relates to the pond, the other house that's on the that's here on the property, and all of these things. So this is going to be a great retirement home for this lady to be able to live right next door to her kids and grandkids on the pond, and in this quiet that you hear, just quiet. It's just a beautiful thing. So we're so excited for this owner, and so reach out to us about your building project, what you're thinking about. This is something that we'll go through with you, this design and planning phase of the build, and planning the actual placement of the house, and kind of helping you kind of orient yourself with it, especially when it relates to things like walkout basements and those sorts of things. Where exactly do we position the house on the property? Those are all things that we want to consider and that we will work through together with you on your building project. Thanks again for watching.